Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Boozer here. If you guys are watching on YouTube, this is a live stream that I recorded, and you guys are watching it in the future, which has already happened. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe. It does help the channel out. If you guys want to catch the live stream, I do stream regularly at the start of CVC, so every 2 weeks. So make sure you guys catch that. If not, you guys can enjoy the stream video that you're on right now. So basically during CVC, I would do my stream, and then we'll just be doing our regular CVC grind. So for example, I haven't done anything so far. Usually what I do in the beginning, I usually just start with tag team arena, because tag team arena gives you the most points per gem spending. Also, tag team arena is kind of like time gated, so you want to wait, you want to basically do your tag team arena until you finish off have no more teams that you can go through, and then you just wait for a refresh. You don't want to be paying for refreshes and stuff. That's why we tackle tag team first. So basically we do all the single defenses first, and then after that we wait for a refresh, and then we continue. If we're waiting for refreshes, then we're doing other things. We haven't done our dailies yet, so we have basically everything to do. Yeah, when you start your CVC prep, you're basically prepping the day before. So you're buying your tag team token bags, and you're basically not doing anything the night before. The only thing you can really do nowadays that isn't worth any points is Doom Tower and Hydra. So if you guys, had some time to kill, you guys can do your Hydra runs before you guys start doing anything that gives you points. Like in the past, it was like Iron Twins. Iron Twins used to give no points, so then you can bang that off before CVC starts. But now CVC gives points for Iron Twins, so we save that until the start of CVC. For me, I actually have two accounts. So I have two accounts that I've basically managed myself. Both of the accounts I made from the beginning. Both of them are free to play, and I play them both simultaneously, so you will see my eyes darting back and forth between two screens, mainly because I do run two accounts. The main screen here is my main account, so we will be spending most time there. I'll show you guys my second screen. There it is. Alright, see, this whole page is one-man defenses, so basically we just take advantage of basically how the system works, and we'll just keep doing this until we run out of space on the page, and then we'll do something else, or we run out of tokens. On the first day we have tons of tokens. I think we have like 50 or 60 fights before we even having to spend any big gems on the big bags, big token bags. Do you guys play on unlimited frames per second, or do you guys play on like 60 frames? I feel like once you go unlimited frames, it's hard to go back to 60 frames. It just feels so sluggish. I haven't really looked too much at our matchup. We are a slightly stronger team in terms of overall player power compared to our opponent, but that doesn't really mean too much. It just means who has more developed accounts. Doesn't necessarily mean who will spend more today or tomorrow or like spend more resources, but it is a decent indicator, I guess. Hey, what's up, citizen? How are you? Good morning. Yes, good morning. I was a little late this morning getting up for the stream. But yes, good morning. Welcome. Aethelred, good morning. How are you? Good morning. Welcome. How are you guys doing today? Oh, double tag team points. I didn't even notice. Nice. How's CVC for everybody? It is personal rewards, so it'll be more at stake. $1560 points. That's so juicy, man. Too bad it's not like that number of points every time. Otherwise, CVC would just be like, I guess CVC would just be like full tag team arena fest. Let's see here. Doing good. Not that well for CVC though. My clan is facing the #1 clan on the leaderboard. Oh boy. Which clan? Which clan are you facing and which clan are you in? Is it IPR? Or versus IPR? I'm not sure who the #1 clan is. Or which leaderboard. Oh, SP. Okay, so you're playing against SP, and your clan is ranked 304th. Oh, that means you must have did pretty good, or scored really high for the non-PR then, right? I think that's what happens. But I think the last CVC was messed up because then Plarium mismatched people or whatever. Plarium, good job. Plarium mismatch people and then expects people to suffer. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are like, I guess what you could do is like you could actively like, you could, since it's like a known clan, known leader, known Discord, you can maybe search them out and just like cook up a deal, you know? Say like you guys go like 2-1 or something. Just let them win. That might be an option. You know, obviously like maintain your tier 6 rank, so 400k, but then let them win. I don't know, what do you guys think? What do you think about that? So your clan will still do roughly like 12 million, but then you can broker a deal with Sacred Panda saying, you know, we'll give you 2 accessories and we'll take 1, save resources or something. You already did? We can get a free accessory? Oh, okay, that's good, yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, you know, it really sucks, but at least it's better knowing now than knowing when your clan is like 20 million points deep. And then yeah, that's when it's gonna suck. Or what you could do is just not honor the deal. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that unless you guys want to be like the most hated clan and then get hunted down, have your playing experience like destroyed. Yeah, I think for us, we should win ours. I think we should win ours. We have some like our clan is like kind of like sleeperish, but with those 2 extra accessories. Yeah, not even meta anymore. I think not that meta anymore. Hey Floppy, what's up, man? Yeah. Yeah, I was saying our clan is like kind of sleeperish, but we did pick up some more higher player power people, so our clan is probably less sleeperish now. I think our clan is ranked 130th in terms of player power, but in terms of the matchup, this matchup, I think we didn't perform very well last CVC. So our matchup is not super high, but that's the way we want it, right? Like we don't want our PRs to be super high end here. All right, so we maxed out our tag team tokens for the page, so now we're gonna do some other stuff. Lots to do. Woke up late today, so. Also, I don't know about you guys, but we had like daylight savings time. I know in Europe they don't have it, so it might seem kind of strange. But in North America we have daylight savings time, so things that were 1 hour ahead are now 1 hour behind. So right now for me it's 4 a.m. It would have been 5 a.m. 2 days ago. Yes. So things are dialed back like an hour. So for Plarium, the day doesn't change. So my day with Plarium changes an hour. Changes by an hour. So everything I do has to change by an hour. Oh, in Europe you guys turn the clock back an hour. Okay. Is it called daylight savings time? I think it's called something else, right? South Africa is the same? Okay. Okay. I thought it was North America. Sorry. It's because I work with some people in Europe, and then when I go through daylight savings time, it seems, I don't know, difficult for them. I don't know. They didn't understand, but yeah, I guess it happens everywhere. That's cool. Yeah. Summer and winter time. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so it's called something different. Yeah. Yeah, in North America it's called daylight savings time. So same situation as you guys, we turned the clock back 1 hour. I always found it strange that Plarium's day just doesn't really change. Like, you know, what was like 5 a.m. for Plarium is now 4 a.m. So everything starts 1 hour earlier, which is kind of nice. So Platinum Reset will be 1 hour earlier. CVC will be 1 hour earlier. You know, all these things are 1 hour earlier, which is kind of nice. Just because I found, like, for example, like Live Arena, for example, it was harder for me to play because it was pretty late. But now 1 hour earlier might let me finish my Live Arena fights before the end of the day. Hey Blazin, what's up, man? How are you doing? Good morning. Good morning, folks. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and hanging out. Appreciate your time. Getting pretty lucky with these rewards today on Iron Twins. We got some gold jam tarts and then some silver jam tarts already. Change of mastery is on Artak and got War Master on him, and now I'm able to do max chest on normal Hydra. Congrats, man. Yeah, Artak is a pretty big he's a pretty big carry. Keep in mind, like, I've tried Artak with like a couple masteries, and I think War Master, like, it doesn't really help that much for damage, like total damage for Hydra. It actually helps you like clear the waves for dungeon content. The only bad thing about War Master is that the best spot for Artak is actually Ice Golem, and War Master triggers the Ice Golem's big attack. So I'm from the end game perspective, if you need Artak to perform in Ice Golem, you can't run War Master because you always risk the big slam from the Ice Golem. So in the end, like for me personally, I took War Master off, but in the beginning I can see War Master being very strong for Artak because you probably use him in like Clan Boss and all that stuff, so you're getting a lot extra value from him. But yeah, that's just my experience with Artak. Working on some vids. All right, man. Gotta maintain that grind. But yeah, Floppy, I'm sure War Master is fine for Artak, especially in the beginning when you're still progressing through the game, because you're getting so much value, right? You're using him in all wave content, Clan Boss, Hydra. But later on, you're gonna be wanting to specialize. Yeah, Eagle Eye works. Unshakable if you're using resistance for solo build. Oppressor works if you hit the stats. Those are all good masteries. But it sounds like if he's one keying normal, he's probably just progressing through the game, so he's not at that level where he's making specific builds yet to speed clear content. Could I find a guide on YouTube for Archetype masteries on Hydra, so I had to pick my own masteries for the first time. It was a struggle. Yeah, I think like War Master is like a generalist. As a generalist, mastery is fine. I'm just saying, like in the end game, you don't want to use War Master for Ice Golem. That's it. Everything else, War Master is fine, not a detriment. But Ice Golem is you just can't use Artak for Ice Golem with War Master. But yeah, everything else is fine, so don't worry about it. Enjoy your Artak, enjoy your new stats and stuff, and yeah, don't worry about that now. Look at this, look how lucky this is. Lucky today, right? Look at this Iron Twins loot. I got 8 of these silver ones and 5 gold ones. Damn, man, super lucky. I'll take it. I'll take a 3-star Taras too. Damn it. Damn it. Nothing here. Yeah, imagine on Sunday. I know. Oh man, that'd be awesome. All right, are we back to 2 minutes? All right, 2 minutes. What can we do in 2 minutes, guys? We can do Demon Lord Clan Boss. All right, let's open up some chests. Do we got streamer luck here today? Hey, Void Shard, I'll take that. Oh, and a Sacred Shard, confirmed. Streamer luck today, confirmed. Let's go. Streamer luck confirmed, boys. Single faction. Slam this out. Okay. Faction, Rare Guardian. You know, lately I used to do a lot of crafts during CVC, but my stash is like just horrendous. It's to the point where like when I try to sit down and do like a gear cleanse, I'm just like, yo, I'm tired. I'm tired now. I'm gonna go to sleep. Like I'd rather like yeah, just something. I think that's something that we all have in common, no matter your progression level, is that your stash freaking sucks. Like the managing of the stash just sucks. At least for me, because it's hard for me to remove gear, because there's many times in the past where I found a piece of gear that is considered bad but becomes useful. So I don't like to sell off all my gear. Like some people, like they're so disciplined with gear selling, they literally have like one piece of like one certain stat, like stat combination. They're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep one piece. I'm like, wait a minute, but what if, but there's so many champs, like what if you, and then I guess the way they do it is that they're okay taking off gear from champions and then using it that way. I don't know, maybe that's what they do, but for me, like, I don't know, I can't get rid of that much gear. It's something that will never not be a problem no matter what Plarium does. Yeah, it's true. They're offering more stash space in the future, but yeah, I'm like, for me personally, like, yeah, that's not going to solve the problem. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what you can do. I mean, I just see it as like a me problem. Like, it's like, oh, that's my problem. Like, I can't manage my own stash properly because of, you know, my own personal tendencies. I don't know if it's something that Plarium can actually fix for everybody. How's the CVC points looking? I'm gonna do, like, for me, it's an easy 400k. But I'm probably gonna go way more because I have a couple champs I want to book out and try out. I forgot which ones. I want to book out Ruel. Finally, I want to book out Ruel. I want to try him in Hydra. And there's some other champions I want to book out. So book out and build. So I do have quite a bit of stuff to do. So I'll go over 400k pretty easy on both accounts. And obviously to maintain my tier 6 personal rank rewards. Hey Jeeden, what's up, man? I'm so bad at cleansing and I always say I don't sell this. I'm going to use this later probably. You know, like, before you get Lydia, keeping gear is fine, I think, because you're going to be gearing up people and then you'll sell off all the mediocre gear after Lydia. Usually that's kind of like the idea. Some people, they like basically swap their best gear every time on their teams and their faction teams so that they have the best chance to progress. You know, like, that's kind of expensive, right, if you're gonna keep doing that. But I think you're gonna keep some mediocre gear laying around. You want to build Emic Painkeeper Hydra team? Yeah, I saw that. It seems pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know enough about it, like the ins and outs. I saw a stronger team with 2 Emics, and the sell with the 2 Emic team is that it covers if one Emic loses the buffs, I guess. But I mean, I don't have 2 Emics, so I can't build that team. But the Painkeeper Emic Auto Nightmare team is like, it's like a low Nightmare key, right? I think at this point, like, yeah, it's nice that it's full auto, but having a low, like, bare minimum key is like not really good, right? 400k is insane, struggling to do 30k. Yeah, when you're like progressed in the game, the points will come easier, so don't sweat it. Don't even like stress about CVC. Like, just do what's best for your account. Been thinking on Ruel as well, but he needs, like, yeah, he's heavy on the books, but my Ruel's like 60 and mastered and everything, so he just needs books. I saved him for books for now. I'm excited to try out Knock on Hydra plus Live Arena. I got him from the 10x during Kadra guarantee, which is kind of funny. Knocked. Oh, Croc. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually the one I got too. I got Croc too. So I'm excited to build him out today or during CVC. So yeah, I got Croc too. Yeah, a couple champs I wanna use here. Let's see here. So keep plugging away both accounts here. Let's see, faction, rare champion here. Hey runners, have a good day. Sounds good, man. Yeah, it's like 4 a.m. for me, so my day's just starting. Have a good day yourself. 40 mil, so it depends how good your normal hard damage is for Clash. If you do less than 200 on normal, then I think it's worth, especially with the gear. Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't see the gear requirements. Might be super easy or something. Um, all right. You got Euros this morning. Probably gonna build him last today. What would you use Euros for? Just for Scarab? He was really good when I got him. Basically for Scarab boss. Get 2 Sacred Shards. Should I pop them during CVC or wait for 2x? You should 100% wait for 2x. Do not pop them for CVC. Do not pop them for CVC. Yeah, when you're early, you should definitely look for the 2x events to pop. And you should also do them during like some kind of event so you can get some extra resources. So if you pop them during CVC, you are popping them with reduced chances and you don't have like any kind of corresponding event going on for extra rewards. You definitely don't want to do that, because I know in the beginning any reward is better than nothing. So yeah, probably. So Doom Tower bosses, just tanky all around build. For Scarab boss, you need kind of like a specific build, I think. But Euros is just really good versus the Scarab King. Personally, like I used him with no books, no masteries, and he was able to beat the Scarab 100 boss in about 5 minutes. So if you need, just a 100% answer versus Scarab King, then he's a very cheap answer for you. No books, no masteries. He can beat the Spider King. But he does need like regen and immortal gear. So, and that build, because it has no speed, it might not be useful in other areas. That's why I mentioned for Scarab only. I think I'm gonna need to change my Wukong into damage instead of budget Kaimar. Yeah, it really depends on your account, right? Like sometimes, like, yeah, even for me, like I think every time I use Wukong, I kind of like second guess whether the damage one would be maybe better, like for me. But I do like the Wukong being able to like steal stuff, A2 stuff. But yeah. There you go. I don't know. It's totally account dependent. Like I don't use Kaimar much for live arena, or actually arena in general. Actually, I might lose this fight. Damn. Oh, I snuck it in. Oh man, his armor is strong. This Baron has like no speed. Killer. Alright. Oh. Nice. Yeah, I was when I clicked, I was like, yeah, I'll win this speed race, and then I saw this guy's tag, and I was like, shit, I might actually lose the speed race. I didn't look at, and then +2 arbiter too. Like this team, yeah, sure. What set do you recommend for Wukong if you're going for damage? Yeah, it's gonna be Savage or Lethal. Usually you know, those are the best sets for damage. If you can't get good stats with those sets, then you're gonna be using like whatever pieces give you the best stats. So what you aim for is 100% crit rate, and then as much crit damage as you can put on your champion. And then of course you need like speed, and since Wukong has like good abilities, you want him with accuracy. But I guess if you're going full damage and you don't care about the abilities, then you can forego accuracy. But I think he does have very good abilities, so giving him some accuracy is probably good. Wish there is some better damage gear on dragon, since Fire Knight is hard for my account. Yeah, in the beginning you're doing dragon, yeah. That's why, like, even for me, like, wow, I lost this fight. Oh no, I won this fight. Yeah, even for me, when I was first starting out, I didn't really touch Fire Knight until much later in my account progression. Just because I couldn't do it quickly, and the gear sets were not as helpful, because I needed, for example, like speed gear, lifesteal gear for your clan boss team, and then obviously like accuracy gear and stuff was like really important. From Fire Knight, like regen wasn't buffed when I first started, so regen wasn't as good. And like sets like immunity and stuff, you know, they're more like PvP focused, right? So the only really good set is Savage, and to get good enough Savage gear it's going to take you a long time and a lot of energy. So in the beginning you just use broken pieces, maybe like a cruel set if you can do that. Alright, I think the farming stuff is done. Booked my Vitreous today. Wow, congrats on Vitreous. We put him in Savage, hope he rocks some fights in live arena. I think Vitreous is probably gonna get buffed in the future. Just my speculation, because right now he hits too underwhelming, and I think the best case scenario for him is not even that good. So usually like some of these champions are like, they kind of, you know, adjust them based on like best case scenarios. So if like their best case scenario is like, oh, they're really good, then they don't need any kind of like adjustments. Even though like their base form sucks big time. So for Vitreous, like his, you know, just his best case scenario is just not very good. So yeah, I don't know, maybe they'll think about buffing him, especially since he's a brand new Void Lego and all that stuff. Vitreous, he's a Banner Lord, Void Legendary. He's supposed to hit really good. How's our matchup going? He's supposed to hit really good. Well, they're doing Fortis and Angar first. That's the guarantee, right? Fortis and Angar. Savage. So we got Savage gear at the end here. That's good. Personal rewards. Crit damage gear. So if you guys don't know, like, obviously, like, the top tier CVC rewards gives you higher rewards, but it's a big point investment every CVC. Oh, Sacred Order, thank you. Sorry, I thought it was Bannerman, Banner Lords or whatever. But it looks like their clan hasn't really woken up yet. Or yeah, both our clans haven't really woken up. Most of the clan hasn't really done anything. Okay, let's see. What do you use to keep track on your mercy system? I did not pull Lego for 160 days and got UDK on a 2x event, but should have done my double Lego event since my mercy was getting close. Yeah, so I use, you know, most people use this program. It's called RSL Helper. Basically a program that tracks the tracks aspects of your game, like resources, champions. So for example, like this is my account. I can go into like my gear, I can go into like my champions, and then it also, you know, the best features is that it lets you auto auto run your dungeon runs. It has a training feature where it can like train food for you, but you have to set it up. It can also sell gear for you, so when you're farming dungeons, it can just auto sell certain things. You could also sell from here, so you can select a gear that you want to sell, and then it will auto sell in game. Although it's kind of wonky, but it does work. The other thing it does is keep track of your mercy. So if you look here, you can see when the last legendary I pulled was, and how many shards it took me to get that legendary. So for example, my last legendary was the crocodile. It took me 4 sacreds to get him, and I haven't pulled a single sacred shard after the crocodile. And for example here, Dracomorph, it took me 71 ancient shards to get him, and I pulled 11 ancient shards since getting him. So I know my mercy is very low on ancient shards, for example, and void shards and sacred shards. So my mercy is basically non-existent. So I'm just starting back up. But that's kind of how, you know, people that are more serious in this game kind of do it. You can also use just pen and paper, which is like totally fine too, right? The helper is just the more advanced tool that lets you play the game a little bit differently. You're currently doing FK normal 25. Yep. FK hard, still too much for me. I'm curious how people got so much good pieces without buying them. Must be farmed for a long time. Yeah, I mean, some people certainly they spent a lot of money, either energy or buying them outright. It takes a lot of energy to get even like one good piece. But you know, you don't need like perfect pieces, right? Like you don't need perfect pieces. I have a lot, like my savage gear is actually like not super good. I'll show you guys like my best savage gear. Like I can't even find my best savage gear. I guess it's Leorius. Leorius has my best savage gear, I guess. He has my best damage savage stat. Like yeah, that's perfect, right? It's perfect stats, like crit rate, crit damage, speed, attack, but it's an epic piece. Like epics are still very good, and then this is a 5-star piece. It doesn't even have crit damage on it. This one doesn't have. Well, I guess this is pretty good. This is a good piece, yeah. And then my chest doesn't even have a attack ascended. So now there's like an extra aspect to gear where you ascend them and try to hit the right ascension. So for example, this cruel glove is actually really good, relatively speaking, right? Like you have a roll and crit speed, is missing attack damage, but you have flat attack, which is good, and then you rolled the crit damage. Like you can't ask for, like you can ask for the moon, right? But like you're not gonna get it on some of this gear. It's gonna be like impossible. Like this glove, like this boot, like this boot's like a, you know, impossible to get. Like this is like probably my best boot, one of my best boots on my account. Double crit rate, speed, and then ascended attack roll on a cruel set. Some people, when they were playing for a long time back in the day, there was the ability to hop clans to get more than one clan boss chest. So some people actually have tons of cruel gear, which is kind of like skirting around the old system, right? Because the old system was sorry, I have this stupid quest. The old system allowed you to hop clan boss and get multiple chests. So this allowed you to get tons of cruel gear. So some people, like with really old accounts, they're able to have, you know, much stronger cruel gear. For example, what am I doing? I'm gonna run 3 dragon runs, and then do something else. Is there an auto launch option when you open raid? I'm not sure. I think there might be. Dark Fae is how you get good nuke gear. Yeah, exactly. And then most of my gear, like my best damage gear, is from Dark Fae. So it's, you know, crafts or whatever, right? But I probably farm Dark Fae like seriously like with a good team probably for at least a year. So, you know, and you can't buy lethal gear from Dark Fate, right? Obviously. So it takes time. Like it just takes time. Yeah, there's nothing you can't really speed through that progress, right? It takes time. Hey Joe, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome. Good morning. But yeah, like my advice for like normal dungeons is like personally I farm 24. I farm stage 24 maybe like 80% of the time compared to stage 25, unless I had to do it for affinity reasons, for like a solo farmer, for example. Like I use Tomb Lord for dragon, so I could farm dragon and 4 food. But stage 24 is much more efficient than stage 25. Unless actually, like, I don't know, I would make the argument that stage 24 is the most efficient period, but some people will say that 25 is better for like super endgame players, which, you know, may or may not be true. You have a very, very small chance of getting legendary gear from like a higher chance from doing 25 versus 24. However, 24 gives you more quality items, like they'll give you more 6-star epics, slightly, very slightly less 6-star legendary gear, and you'll get way more higher quality gear, so then you get more silver. So if you like basically do 24 instead of 25, you'll see like more silver, you'll see more gear that's usable, because I'm pretty sure like even the best players can still use 6-star epic gear on some champions. So I wouldn't farm 25 unless it's for CVC or for arena, for affinity reasons. Yeah, so that's just my 2 cents. But for me, I was farming 25 for a long time. Yeah. Love to get my account into your hands. 8 mil player power, all the right champs, tons of gear resources, and still can't 1 key ultimate nightmare. Oh man. Oh man. We gotta help this guy, man. I mean, you know, like I won't be able to like personally do it, of course, but like it depends on your roster, right? So like I assume with 8 mil player power, you should have a pretty developed roster. If you you know, if you probably need to look for like some outside resources. So either like obviously YouTube guides or videos, Reddit has some guides or videos, and it depends on your clan, right? Like if you have a good clan Discord, I'm sure somebody can look at your roster and just instantly help you out. You know, there's gonna be, you know, tons of combinations where you can do certain things. I assume that like 1 key might not be doable, but maybe you're like I hope you can 2 key, but you know, I hope you can 2 key. 1 key is, you know, maybe a little bit less obvious sometimes. It's better to farm a 24 artifact dungeon than 25. Yes, it is. 24 gives you more 6-star epic gear and like higher quality gear. 25 gives you a small chance at getting more 6-star legendary gear only. Everything else is less. So, and if you basically do that over long periods of time, you'll be giving up a lot of silver. You'll be giving up a lot of 6-star epic pieces. And yeah, it's a weird distribution of like the loot in the loot table, but 25 does not give you the highest odds of loot. They fixed that in the hard dungeons. In the hard dungeons, every level higher in the hard dungeons will give you better gear, higher percentage of loot. But in the normal stage, for some reason, 25 is messed up. So, all right, I'm gonna build my crocodile. Croco. You got so much rare from 25, yeah. I mean, you're gonna get rare anywhere, but you will get more rares in 25. 9 books? That's cheap. I want to book out somebody else. Ruel for sure. Look at this. How many books do you need, bud? 4, 9, 11. That's okay. 11. Who else am I booking out? Damn, Visix for real? 9, 10. How are you going to build your croc? 70 crit or 100 crit? Not too sure. Not too sure what stats I want him. I want him in a hex set, but I don't have freaking hex gear. So I'll probably build him in like provoke gear. So at least he can be a provoker for this account. But it freaking sucks. I'm not sure what to build him for stats. I'll have to see how my gear shakes out. He hits pretty decent, so giving him 100% crit rate definitely makes sense. My Visix was never booked, yeah, on this account. On this account, I was blessed with Duchess early, so she just carried me through all content. I didn't need Visix. By the time I got Visix, I was already like very, very progressed on this account. On my other account, I had to use, you know, Syl and Visix and all those guys to get me through Doom Tower. But on this account, I was already well progressed. I didn't need to use Visix. I want to book Visix for Hydra. It's actually quite solid. 24 books. I can book maybe one more champion. I also want to book like Cybele for Hydra. I need like a decrease speed champion. Definitely lacking those on this account. We'll save it. Man, I've been saying I would book Oella for so long. I want to use her, but another day. Let's see what spider. Let's make sure our teams are set up properly here, so we can get our farms going on. Spider Heart, turn attack. It's turn attack team, right? Turn attack. So this is my spider team. Standard 5-turn spider team. Visix is underrated for Hydra. Did around 400 million on hard with her last rotation. Yeah, definitely Visix is very, very strong for Hydra. And she's actually particularly good for like auto comps. Yeah, she's actually very good for auto comps because she doesn't have affinity issues. Her provoke is an AoE. So she's very appealing right now, for sure. Alright. I didn't really do too much. I just did books, 100k, just books. Alright. So the other good thing about RSL Helper, if you guys didn't know, RSL Helper can actually auto sell your crafts. So for example, like let's say I'll set my forge to auto craft 250 of these resilience gear, and then it will sell off everything that doesn't match my requirements. So for example, I'll just click play, and then right now it's just going to auto craft, and then we'll come back to it, right? So yeah, that's a really nice feature. So now, like, while this window is going, I can play on my other account, like with more like focused energy. Use Visix in your brutal team. Also has 5-star brimstone, so she does good damage. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's really good. I mean, she has to be pretty tanky, right, at that point, because her ally protection, she's probably soaking up so much damage. But yeah, 5-star brimstone, super nice. Kind of don't like that they don't have an event going on right now. They should have had the turn event going on right now. but we don't have any events going on right now. How's everybody doing for the Timid fusion? I guess everybody's done, or people didn't care. Done or don't care. She doesn't need much tankiness on hard, so I build her for damage, and she's not bad at it. Okay. What the hell is this? Look at this, guys. This turn attack gives you a rare. They're trying to sell us rares. Is that what they're doing? They're selling us rares. Kind of interesting. Yeah, they're selling us rares for the mythical fusion, but still. Done with Timid, no need to pull. Yeah, for sure. Same. It was honestly a very easy fusion. The events lined up very well. There was like a couple days where you could recover. Obviously, and the way that the fragments were split up on the summon and the champion chase, it actually allowed you to skip the top part of the chase event. So I mean, the fusion overall was easy. Obviously the requirements are not that easy because like the artifact enhancement event, you know, they're expensive for silver, and dungeon divers are expensive too for energy. But in terms of like layout, yeah, it was straightforward. Yeah, exactly, right? Like I saw Bannerman. I saw he was a banner lord, and I was like, yep, I need him. I have like 0 for Bannerman, so like even though Taras is like my best nuker, I have 0 for faction guardians. It's so bad. So for example, like, yeah, I have the same situation with my Ethos compared to my Leorius. My Ethos hits way harder than my Leorius in the same gear because he has faction guardians, like full faction guardians, and Leorius only has like level 1 or something. So, you know, it's hard to compare sometimes. So yeah, so I'm burning through some of the crafts here. Like resilience, you obviously look for me it's like 6-star legendary now. I don't really care about 6-star epics. And you're looking for basically like EHP gear, HP, defense, speed, maybe accuracy. But if you get some damage, like if you get like a quad, like, you know, crit damage glove with quad crit rate or something, like it's gonna be good obviously. But hey Brad, good morning, how are you? Let's get it. Let's get it. What's up, Goobs? Yeah. Same goes for Kaja. 2 more chances to get faction guardians filled. I couldn't will myself to do the Kaja. It was too expensive. Like it was like 19. It would have been about 19 sacreds for me. Like I could do it, but I'd be empty. So it was kind of like, you know, if I do Kaja, I would basically be giving up the opportunity to participate in any guarantee in the future. Would be giving up the opportunity to basically go for any 1+1 in the near future. And Kaja would have been just like, I would have, you know, if you told me I could get a Kaja or I could get what's in the box, I would probably take my chances and get what's in the box. You know what I mean? Like Kaja does nothing, right? Other than, you know, she's a banner lord. That's a big thing, but that's the best thing about her. But honestly, I would just take what's in the box. She has no help. She would literally do nothing for me. A million, what's up, man? Welcome. I'm super stingy on my secrets. I only use them for guarantees 1+1 fusions. So I had 50 laying around. Oh man, props to you, man. 50 is a lot. 50 is a good amount. Yeah, I started the timid fusion with like maybe like 30 something. It was getting like, and then I used some for the 1+1 that we had recently. Maybe it was just before Timid. And then I used some for the sacred event. Sorry, the summon event for Timid. And then I used some for the 2x sacred. So I actually burned through quite a bit of my sacreds in the past like 3 weeks or so. I still have, on my main account, I still have like 18. On my alt, I have like 28. So I still have quite a bit. But honestly, like since the year end is coming, I'm probably just gonna blow everything and then start anew. Basically start with a new stash for the new year. It's kind of what I'm thinking. But also, like, since I'm a content creator now, like, I like pulling shards on video. It's fun. Like, I like pulling shards. You know, it's fun to get hyped. So that's kind of like extra reason for me to pull. So if I'm on the edge of pulling, then maybe I'll pull just for a video. You know what I mean? Even though it's not like correct. Yeah, it's not correct. I always try to like give a disclaimer, right? I'll be like, okay guys, I'm pulling, but doesn't mean you should pull. It's obviously account dependent, right? I started the fusion broke and finished it surprisingly still broke. Yeah, I mean, these fusions are expensive for sure. For me personally, I did not spend any gems. I don't think I spent any gems. I think I was gem positive for the Timid fusion, so I can be pretty happy about that. Yeah, like we got like 300 energy compensation. I used tag team energy, and I must have used like, yeah, I must have had, I didn't spend any gems. I didn't spend any gems because like my other account, like this is my other account. So I started the Timid fusion with, I believe, like 400 gems, and I ended it with 1,000 gems. So I don't think I spent any gems. I'm pretty sure I did not spend any gems. But I do spend gems on like other things. So like, for example, like Sunday Iron Twins, for example. And I do spend for tag team tokens. So I did spend some gems. So I would have more gems. On a, what is it, like daily? I think I did the math for gem acquisition like in a month. I think you can pick up maybe 4,000 gems, like free to play, from like clan boss, miscellaneous activities. You can do about 4,000 gems a month. So, you know, how do you have two open at the same time? RSL helper. So this helper tool, if you press this plus button, I'm toggling it right now. Sorry, this plus button. It will close your Plarium Play client and then reopen a new one, and then you just basically switch accounts, click play, and then your helper will keep track of both. See, I have two tabs. Oops, I have two tabs open, so I have two accounts open. It's not 100% like smooth with two accounts, because the way this, I think the way this app works is that it uses like imaging. So with two accounts, you have two different user interfaces, so it might confuse the helper sometimes. So for example, if I'm like going through like the gear inventory, it won't pick up like the other account, but it'll only work on one account. So it's a little bit not perfect, but you know, you make the best of it. It's still obviously a positive. And you can, you know, auto run, dungeon run on two accounts and stuff like that, so it's definitely very helpful. Look for a piece of gear to ascend. What are we farming today? Man, on my second account, I literally don't want to do anything. Like, I'm looking for champions that I might want to book, but I don't really want to book any of these guys. I have like 55 books. I don't know if I want to book any of these guys. I mean, like Hellcat, like he's missing one book on his A1. That's like nothing. Maybe a book Oella. Maybe it's time for Skull Lord to get booked. Mortu, I think, is fully booked. Oh no, he has no books. I don't really use Mortu that much. You got 2 accounts? Yeah. This is very helpful. Like, none of these champions I use very often. I guess Fushan. Oh, you know Fushan, like, he's in my clan boss team. He's not booked for my clan boss team, and you know, it's still 1 keys. So I don't really feel the need to book him out. Tila is pretty good for Hydra if you're lacking a 3rd hexer. Yeah. I do use Tila before. She is basically fully booked. She's missing 1 book. Her damage is a little bit low. And I hate that her freaking skill is on a 4-turn cooldown. Like, this Leech Hex is on a 4-turn cooldown. You definitely feel it, man. Like, you feel it. The 4-turn cooldown really sucks. Anyways, we'll think of something to do. Only 44,000 on this account. Probably need to pick it up here. How many more tag? Still have an extra tag bag too. Alright, back to tag team. Is Trenda nerf coming soon? I think no. They're not going to do anything. Saw a Hell Hades video on a new patch. I think they're not going to do anything. If they would have nerfed Trenda, they would have nerfed it a long time ago. That's my feeling. Trenda is not like Trenda got different. Trenda's been the same for years. And everyone knew that Trenda had something wonky going on with her big AoE. I think right now, like, the focus might be like Yumiko, but because Yumiko is so widely used and so widely sought after by the big spenders, if they changed her for the worse, I think the bank, you know, that's a really tough thing to sell to big spenders. You got 2 accounts and a day job. Oh my god, you must be really passionate about raid. It's actually amazing, especially since you haven't burned out. Yeah. yeah, I do. I have 2 accounts. Both my accounts, you know, I play free to play, and then I built them from scratch. So I built them from day 1. I do have a day job, yes, and I do play the game. So I think that's the big thing where some content creators, they actually don't play the game hard anymore, you know, like, they don't play the game hard anymore. They're not that passionate about it, I guess. For me, like, I still play the game hard on a daily basis. I do all my dailies. I do, you know, I try to find new ways to do things, and I try to, you know, push my account, right? So I still try to do for me, like, I want to push into like the top 100 platinum, or at least find a way to push as high as I can. My best finish so far has been like 100. So my best platinum finish was 100. But I'm really looking to, you know, try to get even higher, or as high as I can. And of course, like, you know, all my gear is like free to play and all that stuff. So there's going to be limitations on what I can do, right? Gear is the big thing. Like, you know, gear is the biggest thing. Those guys in top platinum, they have like gear that makes you look like you're standing still. They have like unbeatable gear. Most CCs on autopilot. News, sharp hold, 0 content. yeah, it is what it is, man. Why I watch Boozer, Biohack, Kenpachi, people actually play. Yeah, you know, like, yeah, I know Kenpachi plays really hard too. Yeah, and I think he in my book, he's like, he's basically free to play. He says he spent like some money to buy like the monthly pass a long time ago, but like he basically plays free to play, and I know his mentality is basically free to play. So, for me, it's, yeah, and he plays really hard. So I actually, like, if I hop into like one of his videos, I can, it's likely that I might learn something too. So I like that too. But like, giving news stuff, like giving news for the sake of news is kind of like, not all CCs can do that, right? Like, for example, like Hell Hades can do that because he has such a huge audience and people will look for him for news. But somebody like me, if I give news, hey guys, there's a 10x today, like, okay, who cares? Like, if I just said that, no one would watch. Why would they watch me for that kind of news, right? So if I'm going to give news, it's going to be accompanied with some kind of opinion. Like, it's going to be accompanied with some kind of like value, right, on my end. So either I give my own opinion, or I have like some kind of analysis, like statistical, or whatever, some kind of analysis, or some kind of additional way. Maybe there's a way you can use that champion in certain ways. Like, it has to be accompanied with something else. I can't just, and even then it probably won't even do that well, because they might see like the word news and then, oh, I saw this already, I'm done. I don't need to hear some random guy's opinion on the news we got, which is like 110x. Some shit like that. Ken Patchy spent $14. His account is really impressive. He got 127 on last reset with an RX defense. Yeah, no, for sure. I think for me, like, he was one of the guys that, he made a video, I think he got 60th in plat maybe last year, and he said it was free to play. So at the time I was like, wow, this free to play player got 60th. And I looked at his team. This was before Terrace Marichka, so the meta was probably a lot, obviously a lot different, right? So he got 60th in the video, and his team was basically just a speed team with Lady Kimmy, and his nuker was Magnar. And I was like, whoa, that's so cool, right? And like, and after that, like, I kind of like just, check in on him here and there. But I know he's been doing some Hydra stuff, big damage on Hydra and stuff like that. So you comment like yours sure helped. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Emilian. Thank you. Gear is the biggest thing. Noted. I play approximately 8 hours a day. I focus on rated a little bit more in my job, and I'm not free to play. I play gem packs, forge pass. No, those are the best value though. Gem packs and forge pass is the best value. Progress is slow. It is slow, yeah. It is slow. It's a grind. It's a grind. But the grind is fun, right? Like, if you were handed everything, basically, like, I wouldn't be able to play this game if somebody gave me an account and then said, here, take my account, do what you want with it. Like, I've had lots of people give me their accounts, like, stronger than my accounts, like spenders and stuff. They'll be like, hey, like, Booze, like, you want to take care of my account, give it away, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, like, I'll see what I can do. And I like go into it, it's stronger than my account. But the thing is, like, I don't care about the account. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care that, the account has this and that and whatever. But like, for my own account, because I built it from day one, like, I care about it. So I care about, and I know the ins and outs of it, right? Like, for somebody else's account, like, I just don't care about it. Like, yeah, you have all this fancy stuff, but it's not really mine, right? Like, I didn't really do anything for this. I just was receiving this from you. So I don't know, that's like my mentality. Yeah, there's no connection to it. Like, I think when I was playing this game, like 1 month into the game, someone offered me like a mid-game account, and I was kind of like, I went into it, I didn't know all the champions, like, I didn't know what to do, and I just like dropped it. I was just not interested in it at all. Like, I'd rather just grind my own 1 month like pleb account, and I just grinded it. I'd rather play my 1 month account versus like a 6 month account. So even though like the grind sucks, like, it's part of the journey, I guess. That's the most boring way to play, buy an account. I mean, it makes sense. Like, let's say, like, I'm not, yeah. It's a touchy subject for a lot of things, but I think if you lost your account or had your account stolen, buying an account would be an option to get back into it, because you already have the knowledge base. You just need that jump start. That I think is a viable reason to buy an account. Also, it saves you a ton of money. Like, like if you're just gonna whale out, like if you were a big spender and you're just like, hey, I'm gonna whale out on this game, and then someone say, hey, hold the phones, you can spend 10% of what you will spend on an account that's already stacked up. They might be okay with that. Might be okay with that. Of course, you don't get the thrill of like pulling your first, you know, whatever, your first Taras, you know, you don't get that thrill, right? But maybe they don't care. Fear to play, right? Fear to pay. No, it's not. No, not for me personally. It's just more like personally, like the reason why I'm free to play is not because of financial reasons. It's more because it's like a challenge. It gives you a hard boundary on what you can do in this game, right? Like you can only do what you can do in this game. You can't like reach out to extra resources, like, you know, your credit card or whatever, because your credit card basically gives you the access to, like, you know, tons of extra resources. But when you're free to play, you have that challenge. You always have that like bottom of the well, right? You always have that bottom of the well that you can do. So for me, it's kind of like, you know, it's an extra challenge. You know, I know that it's not going to be like, you know, bottomless resources, right? So you still have to manage it properly. You still have to do your daily grind to keep that well, you know, filled up and all that stuff, right? So for example, like if you're a spender, you don't need to do your dailies because the energy doesn't matter to you, because you're probably like stacked up on energy, stacked up on gems. You don't need a lot of these resources, so you don't need to spend a lot of time in this game. So for like a free-to-play player, you have to spend time in this game to keep that well like filled up, right? Because if you don't, you know, you're gonna run out, and then that's gonna be the end of you. Because you can't, you know, because you can't tap into more resources instantly. But yeah. Hold on. Okay. Hey Lonzo, how are you? Have a great day. You too. Take care, man. I've only played Raid for 7 months. From what I've noticed, even if you use credit card, it don't get much value. Yes, that's true too. That's actually very true. You don't actually get a lot of value from your spending. The most value you get from spending is actually in the beginning. Not really, actually. I wouldn't say in the beginning, because in the beginning your energy is low and the way you spend your energy is poor. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, you know, because I never spent myself, I don't know exactly when the best time is to spend, best value. Like in the beginning, like if you pull a good champion from a shard that you bought, does that really progress your progress? Because you have no gear, you have no chickens. So yeah, but buying energy when you just start is not good, because you're not going to be able to spend the energy on like high dungeons. You're going to be spending your energy on like low dungeons, which is like garbage gear, so you never really hold on to that gear. Yeah, Forge Pass might be, I mean, Forge Pass you get some 6-star gear. Yeah, the 6-star Lego gear is very important for early accounts. You're doing resilience set with charms, was I? Oh, please tell me I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Yo, you scared me there. No, I wasn't. I was just burning through the forge material for points. So no, I wasn't doing. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . You doing resilience set? Was I? I don't think so. Ask player 1294. He's the mega spender, right? 1294. Here, let's see what we can get for accuracy. Sometimes I use some charms on perception gear. But my perception like threshold is pretty high. I'm basically looking for like Lego gear. Like for example, like this. If you roll triple accuracy, triple speed, it would basically, like I have lots of gear like this. Triple accuracy, triple speed. Like I guess I can keep it and try to roll like a max triple accuracy. 12 is max single roll, right? But I have lots of gear like this. Let's try again. Spends 100k per week. He's an exception, not possible for most humans on Earth. But if I spend $100 per week, I get very little value. I'm sure for 100k a week, he's getting no value. Yeah, 6-star Lego gear I'll keep for the quad possibility. No accuracy though, so it's gonna be not a great piece. I'll keep any speed boot. Sorry, I'll be right back. Sorry, my alarm went off. Yeah, all this gear is no good. Speed. This is actually a good boot with accuracy and HP. And of course, any ascend, if it ascends speeds, then it's good. I keep any 6-star speed boot for perception right now because I actually don't have that many. Just terrible luck rolling the speed boots. That sounds like Alexa alarm. Yeah, it is an Alexa alarm. Yeah, we were talking about like the gear cleansing part of the game, and like I was like struggling, so I can't. Usually, what I do is like I mass craft and then I just mass sell. It's just faster, but because I have no space, I can't really do that. So that's why I'm selling like individually, which is like much slower, of course. Yeah, so like I was saying, like most gear I need either 6-star legendary with accuracy or speed. Like this is a really good shield in terms of like substats, but it has to roll properly. Like it has to roll like big. It has to be speed and accuracy. So 500k per upgrade on account at that point. Yeah, that's wild. I wrote 34 pairs of boots without speed ascension. Oh my god, man. Oh, look at this hit. 2350. That's a big hit. Quad accuracy. Look at these substats. This shit. Okay. Ah, look at this boot. This shit boot. Attack percentage. I'm thinking like, oh, quad crit rate. I'm like, who cares if it's quad crit rate? Yeah, chest gotta be accuracy. I mean, it could be like percentage main stat. This one, you know, if I can roll quad speed or quad accuracy, it's usable. It doesn't matter that it's a flat stat. I use a charm with the weakest piece on Yumiko and just craft all pieces for it. Okay. Since you're targeting one piece, yeah. I don't really have a specific target. Same idea here, speed and accuracy. Yeah, I don't have a specific piece to target. Could go quad accuracy here. It's actually like not bad, but I feel like I have tons of gear like this. Even if I roll triple crit rate, okay, it's triple or bust, I think, for that type of gear. Same idea here, triple or bust, but not super interested in this one. So much gear like that already. All right. Yeah, like my warlord needs, I guess he needs like an accuracy chest with higher than a double roll that's ascended accuracy. So obviously you're asking for a lot, right? Accuracy chest, no thanks. Like this HP chest is rare, but defense chest, yeah, I guess I can put some people losing against my one-man Gaius. No stone skin. How's that possible? Maybe you outspeed them? Maybe you outspeed them? That's not possible. 260? That seems not possible. But maybe they're just going in and leaving. But honestly, there's a lot of debuffers that can use a lot of this type of gear, like the triple accuracy type gear. I have so much triple accuracy stuff. New player underestimating? Yeah. Okay. Attack. If I can get one roll chance. Well, no speed on it though. Ho hum. No. Okay. HP percentage 2. Nope. So like, yeah, top row I'm looking for speed and accuracy. Bottom row, more flexible. Crit damage. Speed and accuracy on the weapon, very nice weapon, potentially. Good roll, good. I think there was a crafting bonus, right? That's why some of the points were so high. Yeah, this is important too when it rolls like super low like this. 5 is the lowest, 9 is the lowest. Like this instant sell. Like this is a 5-star piece, otherwise I would roll it, but 5-star is no good. Same idea here, 5-star. So much sells. You have enough ancients to force mercy. Is Kimmy worth it mid game, by the way? Kimmy is a great champion. She's especially good in the Hydra and Arena. But I don't really think those areas are key focuses for mid game player, to be honest. So definitely wouldn't pull for 10x. Also 10x's are scams. Like 10x ancients, for example. There's, I don't know how many. There's like 300 legendary champions. So having a 10x boost on one champion gives you about 6% chance to pull that champion if you get a legendary. So you're pulling with 0.5% rate, right? You're pulling with 0.5% rate. If you get a legendary, which is already very unlikely, you only have a 6% chance of getting Kimmy and a 94% chance of getting like random stuff. Yeah, it's a scam. Yeah, don't pull on 10x. Do yourselves a favor, guys. Don't pull on 10x unless you're close to Mercy and you're targeting like Void Shards or something. Because Void Shards, there's less champions, so you can actually target specific champions. But yeah, for Ancient Shards, there's no point. I hate this overflow. Sucks so bad. All right. She is good. I have her on both my accounts. I really like her. She doesn't fit into any of my arena teams anymore, but for Hydra, she does a lot. I wish I had like I don't know, another set for her though. I just have her in broken gear. Might not be the best. All right, back to tag team. Oh, look at this Masquerade Kale. Actually, I don't see that skin too often. The Masquerade Kale. Also, the daylight savings time actually makes it harder for me to do stuff after I get back from work. So that's probably the biggest problem for me, is because the end of the day for Plarium I think starts 1 hour earlier, so it gives me one less hour to finish off my expiring stuff on a daily basis. Usually I can get home and I have enough time, like comfortable amount of time to finish off some things if I need to, but losing an hour makes it a little bit more difficult. So I want to get through as much of this tag team tokens as I can. We're beating up this other clan pretty good, but yeah, the other clan probably hasn't woken up yet. But I think our clan hasn't really woken up yet either. Too early to tell anyways, but okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys just see me fight one-man defenses, like that's kind of like the whole strategy for tag team. The higher the tier you go, the more I guess strategic everyone gets. So everyone, they know the story, right? Like they know what to do. They're like, hey, you know, it's CVC. Everyone put one-man defenses, easy points. But obviously getting to gold 4 is the hard part. Getting to gold 4 is the hard part. Staying there is not that hard, but getting there is hard. And I guess staying here, even staying here is not that hard, to be honest. I think, yeah, most people just kind of do like the minimum and then they just kind of chill. Okay, so got some crafts I want to do here on the other account. Bang those out. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like every time like at least for me when I do CVC, like I get like a ton of like silver because I do all my crafts. You know, obviously you do like disproportionate amount of farming usually. So then yeah, I always end up with a ton of net silver. And I don't really farm spider actually. Like I farm spider a little bit, but spider doesn't make up like the bulk of my points. TTA, polymorph, gear cost removal. Are we waiting for that? Gear cost removal, TTA, polymorph. They said they're gonna change polymorph up. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but it would be a welcome change, changing polymorph. What do I got here? What's happening here? Nothing? So there's no like double dips? 2x potions. Oh, there is a 2x gear. Okay, I'm almost maxed out. Let's max it out. Get rid of this player. Oh, I see. Tag team arena, polymorph, and gear cost removal. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you get rid of gear cost removal. Ooh, look at this. 6-star. No accuracy. That sucks, but I'm still gonna keep it. You know, if you got rid of gear cost removal, it might be problematic, right? Because removing the gear is like it's a silver dump, right? Because at a certain point you'll be, you know, kind of stuck on upgrading gear. You'll be like, oh, I don't really need to upgrade gear anymore, and then you just start stacking silver. Quad accuracy, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a solution. No, I understand now. I understand. Thanks. No problem. No problem. But yeah, I just think I don't have a solution myself. But yeah, the silver cost is definitely it sucks. Been there. And no speed, no accuracy. Three 6-star legendary pieces all sold. Make it a bit cheaper. Yeah, half the price I think is reasonable. I remember before I was thinking like, oh, maybe half the price it might be okay. But I think if they periodically put out the free events, I think that helps. Accuracy, double speed. If I get a double speed here, ascended accuracy, it might be useful. This one, quad accuracy. No speed though. No speed really lowers the value of the piece. Alright, I think the bonus is gone. Save the rest for off stream, I guess. Six-star boot. This is so bad though. Even if I get ascended speed on this, I don't know if I'd be so happy with this piece. Let's hold on to it. All right, let's see something else. So today we can just farm anything we want, I guess. How are we doing here? They caught up a little bit, I think. It's too early anyways, but where's their points? So we're beating them in Spider, beating them in Arena. A lot of this is probably just like me. Okay, well, we can do some Spider, I guess. We have some energy, just burn it off. Okay. And then we have Spider turn attack tomorrow. Kind of meh. I was expecting them to drop like an event right after, because you know at the end of the Timid events there wasn't any event lined up to occur. So I was expecting them to maybe drop like, I don't know. You know how they like to do like the hero's path like right after the fusions and stuff, or in between fusions. So I was expecting them to maybe drop something like that, but I guess we just finished like a hero's path, or we finished like a Titan event or whatever. I don't know. I would expect something soon though. We're gonna have a video about Spider 10 team. I have lots of content on Spider. You could check out mine. I mean, you can check out anything on YouTube. There's lots of Spider teams. Yeah, there's lots of Spider teams. Mainly, they revolve around either Hex. You can use Hex with AoE max HP hitters. So max HP damage hitters like Rogard, Husk. I mean, Calvalax works. But having somebody like Hex also spreads the damage out, gets more damage against the big boss. Like my team uses Poison Exploder. So Poison or HP burn Exploder. So Drang places the irresistible HP burn, and then Theodore ignites the HP burn for damage, and then Artak does the same. It like triggers the HP burn, and then once Rogard kills all the spiderlings, it deals the max damage to the big spider. On your speed on your team, I want to know. Oh, on this team, particular team. Okay, yeah, no problem. So here you go. Here's the stats on my team. They are properly speed tuned for this dungeon. So you want basically the spider goes 245. The spider is 245, so you want your whole team to be going before the spider takes a turn. That's the important part. So these speeds are not necessary. You could literally have like 246, 247, 245. Like you don't need these exact speeds. You just need them to go faster than 245. And the order of this team is important. So Nut has to go first, because once Nut goes, he will. You see the little spiderlings will drop down, right? So when Nut goes, you see two more spiderlings will drop down. Now all the spiderlings are out. Now you do the irresistible HP burn, and then you go ignite, and then max HP slam. That's it. So that's kind of how it goes. At least 245 speed, okay? So 245 speed. Yeah, that's what you're looking for. 245 speed. You know, you don't. Drang works good because he's irresistible. So this team is a 100% team. You can use Ignatius, also irresistible. HP burn or whatever. I don't recall who else for irresistible HP burn. Don't remember. Yeah, I don't have Theodore, which can be replaced. You can use, yeah, you can replace Theodore with any HP burn igniter. So another Artak. I think, yeah, I have to think about it, but yes, Cisia would work. You don't have Cisia, no Theodore. I'm not too sure off the top of my head. Like I can't think of it right now, but I think there might be somebody else that can do AoE HP burn ignite. If you can't do this exact team, you can basically replace like Theodore, Drang, Artak for like Hex. You can use Hex, and then you can use max hit. Or you can use like a defense down. So instead of one max hit, you can use like maybe like Lydia. Lydia will have a fail rate usually, like a 3% if defense down gets resistance. You could use maybe like Ghostborn for defense down. But yeah, it's much trickier. It's much trickier. I'll see if I can show you. Hold on, let me stop this. Show you some of my other spider teams. Maybe I'll have one ready. Nut, Mithrala, Lydia, Cohart, Emic. I don't know. Is Emic needed there? Here, let me show you. So that's like the 5-turn team. There's even like, you could probably do like, I think some people have done like 4-turn teams. So this is my this is like my food farming team. So this could be anything. It's basically food. So I do 4-man spider with 1 food. So yeah. Any like 100% is around 30 seconds and 1 minute. Emic, yeah, the reset would make it 100%. So for example, like this team, it's 100%. It's about 30 seconds and I can farm 1 food. So I'll show you guys this team. So Lydia opens, and then you got the Hex. Nut does the big slam, kills everybody. Reset. Yeah, Kaimar you don't have. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so this team, like 100%, 30-second team. I can farm 1 food with it. Okay, that's it. But yeah. Let's see. So you could use Husk too. Like I was using like I think Rogard plus Husk for a little while. Kaimar is pretty important. You don't have Kaimar. There is a Renegade team that works. Yeah, there is Renegade teams that work, so. Okay. Oof, triple legendaries. Nice. Ooh, look at this glove. No speed though. Keep that. Accuracy. HP percentage glove I'd definitely keep with speed, even if no accuracy, I think. If I get luckier with Cisia or Theodore, can get your time, yeah. You don't need those champions though to do a 5-turn. I think you don't need those champions, but you don't need Lydia on a team. If your champs can survive 1 hit, it can be 3-man farm or put a shield set on Mithrala. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my team's not like the best. I know there's like a 4-turn and there is a 3-turn version. So, hey, Mr. Man, where are you up to, man? Good morning. Mithrala, Lydia, double, and Nut for Spire 10. Yeah, like that would work too. Yeah. Yes. There's lots of ways to do Spider. It's just, yeah, it's actually one of the easier dungeons for sure. Even for like, even for like, I say people that are like not super progressed, it's probably easier. Ew, look at this horrendous gear that I kept. What is wrong with my filters here? Like, look at this piece. Oops, my head is in the way. Look at this piece, guys. Horrendous. Why are we keeping these pieces of gear? Okay, I'll try for that triple crit rate. Try for that quad accuracy or quad speed. Look at this flat boot. Something's wrong with my filter, right? I don't know. HP res, no speed. This one might be okay. Kind of fits with this set, so I'll keep that. This one's similar. Everything else I'm gonna get rid of. Even these boots are just like that one, that one. CVCing, you're CVCing? Okay, stuck my ass in the G3 somehow. It's nice. Level more people throwing one man defense. Did you go for Timid? Yes, Timid done for me. Yeah, I was just mentioning actually that the higher you go in tag team, the easier it is to, you know, people are more coordinated, right? Like they know what's up. They know what they're doing. So then, you know, you get more one-man defenses. In Gold 4, it's even better. It's even better. It's like the promised land. Yeah, Timid was super easy. The events were very straightforward. Obviously, the requirements are quite high, but like dungeons and dungeon farming was quite high in the shard count, but the schedule was very easy. I was saying I don't think I spent any gems either. I had enough inbox energy to do it. I want to try Ruel for Hydra. What do you think? Yep, I just booked Ruel today actually. So I'm gonna throw him in my Hydra team. Maybe I'll make a video. I had Ruel like for a long time, right? Like I never used them. Like I, you know, never used them seriously. Sorry, but I did masteries on him during the last week, and then I just booked him for this CVC today. So I will be using him in Hydra soon. I think the biggest thing for him is that he brings the hex, and that really helps because I don't have good curse gear. My filter was basically selling like all curse gear for a long time, so I don't actually have a usable set. Like I don't have 4 pieces of curse gear. So usually on my third team I don't have hex because I run Mishinaki and Mithrala on my 2 teams. And then my third hex champion is sometimes Tila, but not always. Actually, sorry, on this account I don't have. Actually, on this account I do use Tila. I actually don't remember. Shit. I know my other account is Tila. I don't know if this account I use Tila. But Tila would maybe be my third hex champion. Ruel was my first Lego I ever pulled from a shard. Never used him. He also been through with Hydra and stuff. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be good now in Hydra with the hex, especially how important hex is, right? But I think it's gonna be lower Hydra only. He's super squishy. Use him in your hard team. His hex is amazing. Yeah, he does hit hard. I think he brings AoE decreased defense too, so he can be like a backup decreased defense. Yeah, I think hard mode would probably be the best place for him because you don't want to build him with too much accuracy anyways. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for me for the stream today. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I do appreciate your time. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys have a good CVC. And yeah, I hope to see you guys next time, next stream and next video, I guess. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like the CVC stream. It does help out the algorithm, whatever that is. And yeah, until next time, much love, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you guys again. Thank you. Yeah, take care, everybody. Have a good day. Yeah. Gotta go to work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, see you guys. Have a good day.